Hello, I'm Dr. Papia Bhattacharjee. In this problem, we are given these two values, natural log of 2 and natural log of 3, the approximate values. And we have to find the values of these four ln expressions using the properties of natural logarithm. So first, let us recall the properties of ln. The first property says that when you have natural log of a times b, then that is equal to natural log of a plus natural log of b. Second property says ln of a over b, so quotient, is equal to ln of a minus ln of b. And the third property is when you have natural log of, say, some a to the power r, then that can be simplified as r times ln of a. Okay, so we have these three properties of natural log and we have two approximate values. Using that, we have to figure out these values. And then finally, we actually have to use a calculator to verify if we found the correct values or not. So let's start with the first one, natural log of 6. What we have to think is how we can rewrite 6 so that we can use these two values to figure out the final answer. Now, how can we write 6 in terms of 2 and 3? We know that 6 is nothing but 2 times 3. And look, as soon as we write it as a product of two things, we can apply property 1 of natural log. Whenever we have natural log of a times b, we can split it as natural log of a, in this case 2, plus natural log of b, which is 3 in this case. And we have the values for ln of 2 and ln of 3. So this is approximately equal to ln of 2 is 0.6931 and ln of 3 is 1.0986. Okay, so then we have to figure out what this sum is. Why don't we skip to find the sum now? We figure out all the other expressions same way, and then in the end, we will grab our calculator, we'll calculate this sum, and then we will check if ln of 6 gives us the same value or not. So let's move on to the second one, and let's think in the same way. What do we have? ln of 2 over 3. Well, here we already have the number is 2/3 and we have 2 and 3. Here we know the values, so all we have to do is apply the property. And which property should we apply? Well, this is property number 2. So ln of a quotient is equal to ln of 2 minus ln of 3. And we know the value for both of them, approximate value. Plug that in. So you have 0.6931 minus 1.0986. And again, we'll figure out the final value later. Moving on, for the third problem, now we have the number 81. Now think, how can we rewrite 81 in terms of 2 and 3? Well, 81 is 3 to the power 4. And therefore, we should be applying property 3 because that's when we have the expression a to the power r. So if we apply property 3, we get r times, so 4 times ln of 3. And then again, we know the ln of 3, so this is approximately equal to 4 times 1.0986. For the last problem, look, we already have 3, but we have a square root. So think of it as, or rewrite it as an exponent instead of a square root. How can we write this number in the exponent form? Well, square root means 3 has a power of 1/2. And as soon as we write it this way, we can apply property 3 of natural logarithm. And again, this is a to the power r. So simplified form is r times, so 1/2 times ln of 3. And as before, this is approximately equal to, write down the value for natural log of 3 is 1/2 times 1.0986. Okay, so now let us pick our calculator. And the first thing we want to do is go back to problem number 1 and plug in these two numbers and add them and see what the final value is. So let's plug in 0.6931 plus 1.0986, and we get 1.7917. Let's check if this is close to natural log of 6, or is it equal to natural log of 6? Well, now plug in natural log of 6, and look, this is almost same as 1.79175. So we checked that this is correct. Okay, let's move on to part B, and let's first plug in these two numbers. So 0.6931 minus 1.0986, and our value is negative 0.4055. Let's now check. Now plug in natural log of 2/3, and we get negative 0.40546. So this is also correct. Move on to C. Let's plug in this first. So let's calculate what is 4 times 1.0986. Okay, that is 4.3944. And check if it is correct or not. Plug in natural log of 81. And it's giving us 4.39444. So that's correct as well. Finally, first evaluate this number. So what is 1/2 times 1.0986? That is 0.5493. And check, plug in natural log of square root of 3. And you get, yeah, same value, 1.5493, and so on. So this is a check as well. So using the properties of natural log and these two values, we could figure out the values of all these other natural logarithms. Thank you.